Okay. This last few moments I'm going to spend with you here is this. If you have any trouble researching through the Bible and understanding the Bible calendar, as far as you just start the new month day, the following day after you see a crescent, you got 4 Sabbaths in 4 sets of Sabbaths, and then you start over again. And every other month you have a translation day. All you have to do is just look up to the heavens. Okay. If you have any trouble with this, like I said, world's last chance it's a bomb dropper. Just watch 3 months in a row on their video section, and they will enlighten you way more than I can. But all you have to do is pick up your Bible and read, and you'll see. Now, I want to speak to the people, anybody that's Seventh-day Adventist. Miss White said that when she wrote down that before the end came, that people would proclaim the Sabbath more fully. Now, the Seventh-day Adventists has always stood up for the Sabbath day and have tried their best to keep it. But they did one thing most Seventh-day Adventists don't know is that the true calendar, they figured it out whenever they were finding the Day of Atonement was to run out after the days of Daniel's prophecy, that it required another calendar other than the Roman calendar. And they decided that it would be too hard for the people just to figure this simple principle out, and instead they kept the Roman calendar and just took the 7th day. Now, that was later after Miss White's death, so she didn't know about that. But the thing about it is now the time has come to proclaim the Sabbath more fully. Yes, it is the 7th day, but it's the Sabbath day on the Lord's calendar. Now, Rome has always had the intention of having man worship them on their Sunday. They have killed anybody that stood up against them. I don't know if many people know this watching this video, but the salvation through grace, it was nailed to the door in Germany. Remember I told you about Germany way earlier in this presentation. That was nailed to the door by Martin Luther. And that man was persecuted terribly. William Tyndale Bible Publishers is the name that they have today, that they honor him. He was an Englishman, so if you can understand the sound of my voice right now, and you speak English and read English, you need to thank William Tyndale one day if you make it to the kingdom, because that man was burned at the stake by Roman Catholics for translating the Bible into English so that we can read and understand our Father's Word meant for us. So this is just another thing of Rome, but the problem with this is when they finally get Sunday instituted as the so-called Sabbath, and man is forced to worship, it will call down the judgment of the Father in heaven. And you will see the signs of Revelation that was written take place, and you will see men scorched with fire from the sun. You will see the waters turn to blood, and you'll know that everything I've told you is true. And it'll be too late. People's going to have to make a decision when that time comes. And I just cannot stress enough that you make the right decision, because obedience to salvation is what's going to take us home. Christ said, "Those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved." It ain't you in today and out tomorrow. It don't work like that. You've got to press toward the prize to the end. And I know that this affects work. It's affected me in every aspect of my life. It will. But you know, Christ said that if you didn't suffer, if you did not love Him more than your family and everything else, that you weren't worthy of it. So I mean, in my heart, I pray that if you're watched it this far, that you make the right decision and follow Him to the end. Because when you see that a Pope stand up one day, and then I'll cover this in, like I said, in another video presentation, when you see that man of sin stand up one day and cause the whole world to venerate Sunday when it's not the Sabbath and it's not even God's calendar, you will know that day's come, whether my heart's beating or not. And I just pray that you will see and understand then, if you don't understand right now, that your eyes will be made open so that you can do what you have to protect yourself against that day. May God bless, and look to see you in the kingdom.